the lengths that people will go to get that shot and the things that they would say to me. And I remember not hearing a word from anybody. Not a great working with you for 10 years, not a...
Hayden Panettiere warned us about the horrors of Hollywood, but everyone was too busy to pay attention. These are the most disturbing interviews where she revealed dark secrets about Hollywood.
I remember it feeling like I was looking down the barrel of a gun. I didn't know where my character started and where I ended.
Starting with when she appeared on the Jay Shetty podcast and spoke about substance abuse.
You talk about in the book how you were actually given pills before a red carpet to make you feel more confident, and how that planted the seeds for so many other things that
and the person who handed me those pills, I had already developed a very tight relationship and a great bond with them. So when it happened, I didn't see it as anything inappropriate or negative. I trusted this person, and it was not, I didn't just have a great personal relationship with this person, but this person's job is to always protect me. I was so used to following the directions of the people that I respected, the people that I worked with. If they told me to jump, I jumped. If they told me to wear this, I wore that. I trusted them more than I ever trusted myself. I wasn't raised to trust myself except for my instincts as an actor. That was instilled in me, but as a person, it was a completely different story.
Another time in an interview with Tamron Hall, Hayden gave even more shocking details about this.
You were 16 years old when you write about someone giving you pills to help ease your nerves.
The happy pills.
The happy pills.
She handed it to me on the side of the carpet that I was about to go down, and it wasn't even a question or an offer. It was just, and this was somebody that I trusted so wholeheartedly to protect me, and it never crossed my mind in that moment that she would put me in a position of harm in any way.
But that wasn't the only time Hayden tried to warn people about the horrors of Hollywood. Back in 2005, she compared the competitiveness of Hollywood to the skating world.
This skating world is an incredibly competitive world. It's a cruel world. The thing is, the world of Hollywood, it's not so in your face, the competition. Like, it's more of you hear about it.
Right. You hear about the backstabbing. You don't actually see it.
You don't actually see it in your face. And this is like in your face, like the things that people do to your skates. Skates are stolen. Sometimes people take pennies and scrape the bottom of your skates before you go on and compete. Things are insane.
Another time, she complained bitterly about the paparazzis in Hollywood, leading viewers to believe that this might be the cruelest experience she had.
Like, I remember the first time I walked out of my apartment and paparazzi, I was about 16 years old. It was just sheer terror. I mean, the shot, like when it actually happened, I heard this clicking and I looked up and I remember it feeling like I was looking down the barrel of a gun. It was a guy sitting in his car with his window rolled down. I think I was walking my dogs, and I was horrified because I was like...
She then went on to talk about one of her famous paparazzi photos.
Oh my gosh, that's not the look that I expected to have. That picture is of me looking terrified, absolutely terrified, and probably going something like that. That's not the shot you first want.
The dangerous part of the paparazzi culture is not just how invasive it is, but also how it puts the lives of these celebrities at risk.
And it grew, and it went from something that was like kind of cool to something that was incredibly dangerous and incredibly invasive.
Then she told a story that completely shifted the perspective for everyone.
I remember coming out of a store once, and it was, one person saw me in, and suddenly it was over 100 outside, and they kicked me. I just felt this kick on the back of my leg, and I realized, and when I turned around, they had a camera in my face, and I realized that they were trying to get a reaction out of me.
And this is what a 16-year-old Hayden had to ensure.
The lengths that people will go to get that shot And the things that they would say to me at such a young age were appalling. They were truly just mind-blowing and shocking. It was just wildly dangerous, especially after Princess Diana. How has this not changed?
Yeah.
How has nobody stepped in and stopped this? This is crazy.
How did you cope? And like, what did you do? How did you deal with all of that? Because that just seems overwhelming.
There was nothing to do. Like, that was you feel completely helpless. Yes.
It gets even worse.
There was one time I was out trying to outrun them in a rental car, and I was going so fast down a street that I had to make a quick right turn. I hit my brakes, and instead of the car stopping, it just went for the slide directly into traffic.
But that was not even the worst of what paparazzis put her through.
When I was living on my own, I remember having to call taxis, and I would have to lie down in the back seat, like almost on the floor, so that they couldn't see, the paparazzi that were waiting in the street couldn't see that I was in the car. Or have a friend pick me up, and I would have to hide under yoga mats and things like that.
The harassment does not stop there. What she revealed next was both shocking and disturbing.
I also didn't realize, like, we'd go to somewhere like, let's say, the Grove, how many people were somewhere on, like, Rodeo, how many people were paid to be a celebrity spotter.
Right.
And, you know, you think you fooled them and you got out of there, and it just takes one person to, the wrong person to see you, and there goes your day.
But Hayden's troubling experience with Hollywood didn't begin when she was 16. It started as far back as when she was 8 months old.
When your mother is chosen to take the 8-month-old baby to the audition rooms, into those audition rooms, and it went from there and progressed into 50 commercials by the time I was 5. I was on a soap opera by 4 years old, and it never stopped, and it was every moment on set. I didn't care about anybody else's opinion but my mom's.
And even her emotions were seen as a commercial opportunity in Hollywood.
Once people figured out that I could cry on cue the way that I did, it was in everything, literally every scene. It went from being a kid and having to imagine just that your pet passed away or something. But then as I got older, the imagery became darker. The emotion that I had to hold within me in order to get those trigger tears going. I didn't know where my character started and where I ended.
But let's not forget when she spoke about how Hollywood treated her after she fell into a postpartum depression.
Neutrogena was a huge part of my life. I had the morals clauses. They caught absolutely everything, and of all the things that they would fire me over, this was the last thing that I thought they would ever fire me over. And when I actually went out onto stage, it was live with Kelly and Michael, I had no intention or plan to talk about postpartum depression. It just came up.
Immediately after that show, things took a very bad turn for Hayden.
And never for a second did I think that anyone would have a bad reaction to it. It was my truth. And so when I got that call that Neutrogena wanted to fire me over that, and my representative at the time said, that's illegal. You can't do that. And even though, you know, she saved the day that year, I knew that that was going to be it.
But the saddest part of it all was that nobody cared.
And I had worked with these people for 10 years, and I remember not hearing a word from anybody. Not a great working with you for 10 years. Not a nice.
Hope you're okay.
Yeah, hope you're good. We wish you well. And I remember that really breaking my heart. I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't take it back.